So I'm standing here near the intersection of Winchester Street and Key Road, and the city's plan is to put one of the new roundabouts at this very intersection behind me. So the 100 Nights Homeless Shelter has been approved by the Keene Zoning Board to move to that red building right here on Water Street. The pentathlon might be one of the hardest events to succeed at in indoor track and field. One of the events you have to do, the shot put. Despite coming up short of the championship, the women's basketball team is still hard at work right in the gym behind me. This intense rivalry matchup remained close the entire time and had a little bit of everything. Drivers on Winchester Street could very soon be thrown for a loop, literally. The Keene City Council is looking to add 2 new roundabouts here, one at the intersection of Winchester Street and Key Road, and another at the intersection of Winchester Street, Island Street, and Pearl Street. The mayor of Keene says it is a much-needed change.
So basically we came to the conclusion that we needed to do some work in that area to take care of and improve those intersections and make the traffic flow a little bit better so that you have less wait times and less congestion.
So I'm standing here near the intersection of Winchester Street and Key Road, and the city's plan is to put one of the new roundabouts at this very intersection behind me. However, the 2 businesses behind me of Sandry Companies with Sunoco and Keene Retail LLC with Chipotle are being impacted by those plans, as the new roundabout will have to cut into their properties, taking away that entrance on Winchester Street to Sandry Companies and Sunoco, as well as that entrance on Winchester Street to Chipotle.
We have been trying to build a convenience store there for many, many years. The roundabout is going to take our primary ingress completely out. So it's going to make what was a very successful convenience store an inconvenience store.
Since a deal for the land could not be reached between the city of Keene and the 2 businesses, the city voted to take the properties by eminent domain, something Mayor Hansel says was a last resort.
So we had to figure out, okay, where on the street should the roundabout go? Where are the least amount of impacts possible to the other property owners? Because obviously eminent domain is a last resort for any government. It's not something that anyone likes to do.
But Bean says the new roundabouts will not be beneficial to the public, nor his business.
We are not big believers in roundabouts. If you take a look at the roundabout history in Keene, particularly at the intersection of Route 101 and Winchester Street, there have been over 300 accidents there in 8 years. All we did was just try to develop a business there quietly, and all of a sudden the city comes in and says, we're going to destroy your business by putting in a roundabout.
Public opinion on the roundabout plan is mixed.
And I think the more roundabouts we have, the better, especially over near Sunoco.
So to me, roundabouts are stupid. They're the craziest thing, and I think the most unsafe thing.
I like not being in long lines waiting for traffic lights to change.
The mayor says construction could begin this fall, but Sandry Companies is considering a legal challenge to the eminent domain action. Matt Holderman, KSC TV.
All right. Let's send it.
At the plate and in the classroom, Emma Peedy has a thing for building. Whether it's building on softball skills or building on, well, building skills, she puts her all into everything she does.
With softball, yes, it's 8 a.m., but I come here with 100% and I come to work hard. When I go to class, I come 100% and I come to work hard. I put everything I have into everything I do.
Emma is in her senior year at Keene State, and for years she has been dedicated to the Owls softball team, as well as her major, architecture. She says that her love for both started right around middle school or high school, and were both influenced by family.
I grew up in a baseball family, so I never started playing softball when I was younger, though. My mom was about dance and twirling and gymnastics. I got into softball because my dad liked it a lot, and then my brother plays it as well.
But it was specifically her mom who gave her the idea to pursue architecture.
So my mom suggested the idea. She said, because you're so pinpoint and straight line, symmetrical, and you love math, let's try architecture. So tried drafting freshman year, and I loved it.
Now, Emma has plans for the future with architecture and one dream job that ties back to her love for softball.
I would love to be my own architect. I would love to get licensed. My dream would be to design a baseball stadium. That would be pretty cool. I love them.
But softball wasn't always easy for Emma. She had some struggles at the beginning of her collegiate career that she has since improved upon.
From freshman year, I was a lot smaller and I couldn't really hit it over the outfielder's head, I'd say. But being in this program and with coach and my teammates always improving, I can hit shots now. So
The fact that she's put so much effort and energy into becoming a stronger human has made a giant difference with her bat. So she's no longer warning track power. She will be able to get it out of the park this year. So we're really happy about that.
And although improving comes with some bumps in the road,
I quit.
Oh, nuts.
Emma has slowly built her way to the top.
She's become one of our best utility players that our program has ever seen.
And she can't wait to build some more memories in her final year with her team.
We definitely have the winning in the back of our mind. It's just, we're lucky to be here, so we just have fun.
For Inside Owl Athletics, I'm Matt Holderman.
Welcome to Inside Owl Athletics. I'm Quinn Kimmel.
And I'm Matt Holderman. Thanks for tuning in. The Keene State softball team has been preparing for their upcoming season, despite the uncertainty that the COVID-19 pandemic brings. As you can see here, the team has been working hard to get a chance to play this year. They've been practicing several times a week, and the players are dedicated to taking their skills to the field come game time. Due to COVID-19, the softball team has not played a home game in almost 2 years, as their last home game was in April 2019. Head coach Kara Fisk-Hennessy says the team's first goal of the season is just to get back on the field. The Owls are set to have their first home games of the season this weekend, hosting Norwich University in a doubleheader on Sunday. Spring sports and fall sports are both underway, and we've got a weekend jam-packed with games coming up. Starting us off today will be field hockey as they're traveling to play Eastern Connecticut State University. Game time is at 4. Tomorrow morning, the men's and women's track and field teams will be heading to Eastern Connecticut as well for the Eastern Connecticut Invitational. Events start at 10 a.m. Then tomorrow afternoon, both men's and women's lacrosse will be at Western Connecticut State University. The women's team will play at noon, men's team at 3. On Sunday, softball returns to the Diamond here at the Owl Athletic Complex as they'll play a doubleheader against Norwich University. The first game will be at noon, second game at 2. While that doubleheader is going on, volleyball will be playing at Eastern Connecticut. Their match starts at 1. And women's soccer will also be at Eastern Connecticut on Sunday. They'll play the Warriors at 4. And then finally, wrapping things up will be baseball on Monday. They'll play New England College right here at the complex. First pitch is at 3:30. Dates and times of all contests this spring are subject to change. So for scores, stats, and more, check out KeeneOwls.com. Again, that's KeeneOwls.com.
That's all for this week's show. For all of us here at Inside Owl Athletics, I'm Quinn Kimmel.
And I'm Matt Holderman. Thanks for watching.